Hey guys, my name is Amanda. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a super special video for you that I really hope that you enjoy. So if you are new to my channel and like what you see, please consider subscribing. Also giving me a big thumbs up really helps me out here on YouTube. With all that being said, grab a cozy drink and a warm blanket and let's jump right in to my first idea. So this one is going to be inspired by Bargain Bethany, and here is a picture of what she made. Absolutely gorgeous. And here is a picture of mine. It was hard to get a photo of the whole thing since it was so big, but you'll see it a little better toward the end. So basically you want 3 sizes of something round that you can use. I have a pizza pan, a large wood round from Dollar Tree, and a smaller one from Hobby Lobby. I'm also using this large MDF sign from Dollar Tree that I cut into 10 inches and 8 inches, but you could just use a chunky wood slat from Dollar Tree. I'm using some of Dollar Tree's Fix-All adhesive alternated with some hot glue, and I'm placing one of these wood pieces down in the middle of my first tier, and then I'm going to add my second tier, add the pillar, and repeat. We did use a second MDF sign and cut a 6-inch piece off that for the topper of my tree. I'm going to sand my pizza pan as that makes it take the paint better, and then I'm going to spray paint this whole thing. And now preparing to decorate this thing, Dollar Tree has tiny village pieces called cobblestone corners. They have little people and little objects and adorable little lighted houses that are LED lit and absolutely adorable. Even this little tree is super cute. To our tray, I use this Dollar Tree garland to wrap around each tier, and here is what it looks like. Again, it's kind of hard to get it in frame and at a good angle, but I guarantee you this is absolutely adorable, and if you need to add screws to yours, you totally could. I added a tree topper from Dollar Tree to the top of this thing, and it is absolutely adorable. Here are all my little village pieces, and I did add some Dollar Tree faux snow to each tier just to jazz it up a little bit. This is very customizable. If you wanted to spend a little bit more, you could use thicker wood rounds from the hardware store. You could use thicker pieces of wood for the pillars. So there's a lot of different ways you could customize this. Again, you could add screws, but mine came out really well. Again, I apologize. It's hard to get a perfect view on camera, but I absolutely love this. So thank you so much to Bargain Bethany for this amazing inspiration. Okay, today's challenge is recreation inspiration. I host this every month on the 8th with my friend Charlene from the Crafty Art Shack. Our guest host this month is Jackie from Crafting in Mimi's World. I'm going to leave these 2 ladies' channels linked below. You'll definitely want to check them out. Jackie is the queen of gingerbread, so if you love gingerbread and sweets, she is your gal. I am also going to leave our playlist link down below in my description box. I host Recreation Inspiration because I love the idea of supporting other creators. I love the idea of taking something that someone made and making it your own and still giving them credit for their genius idea. So that is why I host this challenge, and I love that so many other people love this idea as well, and we support each other because I feel like that is so important in this day and age. And with all of that being said, it is time for our next DIY. This one is absolutely gorgeous and inspired by Keeping It Simple crafts. She made these gorgeous bells, and I decided to do so as well. So here is what mine look like. You will need 3 packs of these microwavable safe bowls from Dollar Tree. They come 2 to a pack. I am going to spray paint them with this color, but you could spray paint them any color you like. To the bottom of 3 of your bowls, you will want to drill 2 holes to put twine through for a hanger. You'll definitely want to drill your holes before spray painting, but I was having a moment. So here's what this looks like, and I am going to just thread some twine through my 3 bowls that have holes in the bottom, and that way I can tie the twine off and have a hanger. So here's what that looks like, and then you'll want to glue your bowls together, and I did have to touch up my paint a little bit after I did that step, but so easy to do and so customizable. And then you're going to want to flip your bells over, and you're going to want to make 4 sets of these little marks. So I'm using a Sharpie, and I'm just using something to get my line straight because I cannot draw a straight line to save my life. You'll want to do 2 lines like so, and then add a circular shape, or as much of a circle as you can get there at the bottom. It does not have to be perfect. And then just color or paint it in. So here's what mine looks like. And I did 4 of these. I just tried to make sure that 2 were across from each other and then 2 were across from each other, if that makes sense, to try and make sure that this is all balanced out. But then you have an absolutely adorable bell. So another tip, if I did this again, before spray painting my bowls, I would probably rough them up with sandpaper a little bit, because these didn't really want to accept the spray paint as well as I would have liked them to. So that is a tip that I use for my Dollar Tree pizza pans sometimes. Just rough them up a little bit with some sandpaper and they are more accepting of the paint. Okay, so here is what this should look like. Just give yourself some guidelines and then fill everything in. Now I did use my Sharpie to just kind of make some dashes here and there all over my bell to give it more of a rustic feel, but that is optional. And here's what it should look like at this point. And if you get any glue kind of slopped around the edges, definitely use the Sharpie or the black paint to cover that up. That's a little tip as well. Now let's form a bow for this. So I have some burlap. You can purchase that at almost any craft store. I'm going to make 2 loops and place them beside each other. And then I'm going to make another 2 loops with a different ribbon. And I'm going to stack that on top of my burlap. So here is this ribbon. I believe I purchased this one at Hobby Lobby, but here's what this should look like. You're going to want to scrunch everything together and tie it tightly. It doesn't matter if you use twine or a zip tie or a pipe cleaner, whatever you use, just tie it as tight as you can or pull it as tight as you can, because the tighter that you cinch your bow, the better you can fluff it out, and the better you fluff it out, the better it looks. So once I get this all set, I'll then trim off the excess of twine, and this is ready to attach to the top of my bell. I think these are so gorgeous, so easy, and I was so glad that I tried this out. These will look beautiful in a wreath, on a Christmas tree, coming down the side of a mantle, or even just on a vignette. They would look beautiful in silver or gold, and you can totally customize the bow styles and colors and patterns as well. So I hope that you enjoy that idea and check out Keeping It Simple Crafts. Next idea is inspired by my friend Robin at Crafts Unleashed by Robin. Robin is an amazing creator who's kind of been through a rough time lately, and she doesn't mind me sharing. She actually lost her granddaughter recently. It was very tragic and very sad, and I would love for you guys to go over and support her channel and just give her a little bit of a smile. But she actually is an amazing creator too, so you will be blessed by her crafts, and I am going to recreate one she gave me inspiration for. So she made some really pretty bells out of Dollar Tree bells, upcycling. So here is mine. I did that as well and put mine in a wreath. So you'll want to grab 3 plastic bells from Dollar Tree. They have multiple different styles, but just grab 3 bells of any style you like and take off all of the embellishments. Spray paint them whatever color you like. This is what I used, and here's what it should look like. Now my rope was too thick, so I just took 1 strand off, and I am going to tie a knot. I'm just going to make sure that one end of my tails is longer than the other. That's so that I can tie my bell on that longer end. Then I'm going to push my loop up through the bell hole, and I'll have my tails dangling out of the bottom, and then I can trim off my other tail, leaving my longer tail, and add the bell onto it. So my longer tail was a little too thick to fit around the bell, so I did have to trim off a couple of those strands, just leaving me with a thinner strand. But here's what that looks like, and if you have a thinner rope, that won't be an issue for you. I wanted to add some dimension to these, so I dabbed silver lining all over them with a little dabby sponge brush, but you can do this however you like. And once I got that all dabbed and it dried, I then went in and dabbed them with burnt umber in the same way, allowed that to dry, and went back over it with a silver lining. So again, you don't have to do all those steps if you don't want to. That is just how I did mine, and I loved how it came out. So just waiting until one layer is completely dry before I add on my other layer, and this gives you lots of dimension, and I think it gives you a really, really pretty look. So you could just leave your bells like this and hang them up or set them on a tray, but I wanted to put mine in a wreath, so I grabbed 2 of these 18-inch evergreen wreaths from Dollar Tree. They are very sad, they are very pathetic, but if you put 2 on top of each other and twine them together using the branches, they become less sad. So I just did that. I doubled up and twined them together with the branches. You can also use zip ties if you know you're going to cover them, but this worked out just fine for me. Next, I needed some greenery, so I grabbed this huge bunch from Walmart for just over $3, and I cut it all apart. This bunch was the perfect amount for this wreath. I just added a tiny bit of glue to the bottom of each bunch, and I went around this wreath form in a circular motion, just kind of stabbing this down into the evergreen, and this just immediately gave this wreath a beautiful high-end look, but I wanted to take it one step farther. So to do that, I grabbed 2 of these 98-cent berry picks from Walmart, and I did the same thing around my wreath. Here's what it looks like. Now I'm simply taking some twine and putting it through each bell loop and then tying the twine onto the top of my wreath. This is so easy to do, and here's what it looks like. So beautiful. Now we need a bow. This ribbon is from Temu, so I'm just creating a 3-loop bow with 3 loops on either side, that is, and I'm going to glue this down to cover up all of my twine ties there. I added a smaller burlap bow on top of my large bow, and I think that this is absolutely gorgeous. I think it looks very high-end, and that you would pay so much more for this having it custom made or made from a store, and it is so easy to do yourself. So I hope that you like this one. Okay, my next couple of ideas are inspired by Caitlin over at Crafts by Caitlin. She has been making some adorable things lately, but she makes a lot of snowmen. So here is what I made inspired by her. Just a couple of cute, easy little crafts. Dollar Tree sells these plastic spoons in a 4-pack. I'm only going to use 3, but I'm going to spray paint either side to get rid of that cheap plasticky look. And then I'm going to put snowman faces on the inside of my spoon by using a back of a paintbrush for my little eyes and mouth dots, and then the front of my paintbrush for my little nose. These are not perfect. My hands were a little bit shaky this particular day, but I don't think it has to be perfect. These are so adorable, and then you'll want to jazz them up. So I am going to be using some fabric that I had in my stash. I'm going to cut it into strips, and I'm going to tie each strip around the neck of one of my little snow people here. And this is so easy to do, so customizable. If you had baby socks, you could totally give them little hats. That would be adorable as well. But I just want the little scarf or root for mine. And then I cut apart some teeny tiny little snips of greenery, and I had some little frosted berries, and I'm just embellishing the scarf area with the greenery and the berries. Again, so easy to do. I think it would be really fun to do a gingerbread craft like this. I do have a gingerbread craft coming up in this video, so stay tuned for that. But these are so fun. And here's what they look like styled with our next craft. But there's so many different ways you could style these. So fun and easy on a budget. You could do a whole bunch of these and totally not break the bank. And we are on to our next snowman DIY, again inspired by Crafts by Caitlin, because she's been making adorable snowmen lately. So here's what I decided to do. I took a Dollar Tree snowman mug that my son actually got for me as a little gift the other day. He thought I needed a smile, so he bought this for me. I am going to put a piece of floral foam from Dollar Tree right inside. Then you can add any greenery or florals that you like, or even a Dollar Tree Christmas tree. I got these gorgeous berry picks from Walmart very inexpensively. I think they're about $1 each. And I'm just snipping off the ends and putting them inside of my mug in an arrangement that I think is cute. And that is about how simple it is. So absolutely easy and a great gift. Your kids could even do this and give this to a grandma or auntie or a cousin. So if you need to fill this out a little bit, you can buy these garland ties at the Dollar Tree. I just grabbed mine at Walmart, but I folded them over and just tucked them in any spaces that I wanted to be a little bit fuller. And here is what this looks like. So adorable. And you could do this with any mug. It does not just have to be the Snowman mug. There are so many different things you could put in there to make it cute and be a great gift idea. Okay, next I took inspiration from Jackie from Crafting in Mimi's World, our guest host for today. She is the queen of gingerbread and peppermint and all of these things. So I was looking through her channel and I got the idea to do this little peppermint tray. I just grabbed this little wooden piece from Dollar Tree and painted it white. You could paint it any color you like or stain it. And then Dollar Tree does sell peppermints. You will want to unwrap them. Just make sure you keep this out of reach of pets or small children. I am going to glue these down. I did my best to make it all fit. It can be a bit of a tight squeeze, but just have fun with it. And the candies are different shapes, so you can play around a little bit. And if you get in a pinch, you can trim these candies down with your scissors. I did have to kind of cut one of them, and there's so many candies in the bag. If you have to use a couple, that is okay. Plus, we're going to add tons of glitter to this, so that can cover up any imperfections. I just had fun with it and glued these down. I did use generous amounts of glue because, again, I don't want my pets to get a hold of this. But here's what this should look like. Next, adding some tacky spray and glitter. The tacky spray will not cause your candies to run. And then adding a bow and a couple of pieces of greenery. I do want to side note, if you're worried about pests or rodents, they are actually deterred by the scent of peppermint. So you are all good for that. But here's what this looks like. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. So easy to make. It looks perfect on a tiered tray like this, or you could flip it over and use it as a tray, which was my original idea. It is super cute either way. You could even glue 4 peppermints to the bottom of this to be little legs for your tray. Okay, into the next idea. And this idea is inspired by Jackie. In one of her latest videos, actually her last video, she made this gorgeous little gingerbread village. So I had to do it too. Here is what mine looks like. I had so much fun with this. I am usually not good with drawing little things. My hands get shaky, but I had a great time with this. You'll need some Dollar Tree crates. I have 5 here. You'll need some tiny houses. You can use one from Dollar Tree, or I got these from Target. $3 for 2. You will glue your crates into sets of 2. You will do this twice. Your back row will be flipped upside down, and then you will glue your 2 sets together. So you're using a total of 4 crates. Then you will take your 5th crate, add some glue to the edges, and flip it on your back row right in the middle like so. So this is what this should look like. Now you'll take your little houses. Again, these are from Target, but you could find any little houses that you like or any other thing that you like and put on either side of this upside down crate. Then I'm going to add a house to the middle like so. And then I am going to spray paint this entire thing with some warm caramel spray paint by Rustic. Now I'm taking my painter pen to add the details. Again, my hands are a little shaky, so I didn't want to add the details with puffy paint. I wanted to get a little more control, but you can do this any way you like. I just added doors on my houses and little windows on my houses. Again, you can get as detailed as you want to, and then you can begin the fun with the puffy paint. So here I am just adding in some little windows and having fun with this. This is what it should look like at this point, or something similar. Now, Dollar Tree sells this puffy paint or fabric paint. I'm going to add it to the roofs of my houses. You can add as much or as little as you want to. I love a snowy look, so I added tons. I also added a whole bunch on that upside down crate there in the middle to give that a snowy appearance. I added some snow between each house and in front of each house. I just kind of went crazy with the snow. In total, I used 3 of these little fabric paint or puffy paints from the Dollar Tree. But if you're at a craft store, you could grab a larger tube. So that's just kind of reference for you, but still not a bad price at all. I outlined the front of my houses. Here I am adding a little bit to the front of this. I do go ahead and add some to the very front of the front crate as well. So however you want to do that, I added a little bit of glitter. Now the fun can begin for decorating. These are from Walmart, but Hobby Lobby sells little things like those little gumdrops. They also sell these gingerbread pieces. Now just glue them any way you like. I stood up a couple of gingerbread men on either side of my larger house. I did add some hot glue to the little hands that were touching the house to stand them upright until my puffy paint dried. I added some gumdrops. I added some more gingerbread pieces where I thought it was pretty. And then I put some peppermint sticks and some little peppermint candies in the front of this. But you could put anything you like. You could even put hot cocoa supplies or regular candy canes. The sky is the limit. So I really hope that you like that idea. I was actually really excited with how this came out. I don't do a lot of gingerbread. So thank you, Jackie, for the inspiration. Now, I wanted to show you real quick that Dollar Tree does have an amazing item in their $5 section. It is this 2-tiered tray, a Christmas tree. I absolutely love it. They have it in red. They have it in green. It is certainly worth the $5. If you see it, you should grab it. It's easy to set up. The instructions are on the back, but I'm going to do a quick demo here for you. You have your 2 trays, and then you have your 2 poles kind of wrapped up. You unwrap, you screw the bottom pole on, which is your larger one, and then you fit your top tray right through that screw and add on your top pole there with the handle, and you can just turn the handle to screw that. Here's what it looks like for $5. This is gorgeous, absolutely adorable. Here's what it looks like styled with some Christmas goodies. So definitely, if you see this in your Dollar Tree, it is absolutely 100% worth the buy, and I hope that you are lucky enough to find one. So that is it for me. I truly hope that you enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so and giving me a big thumbs up. Take care, friends. I'll see you soon.
You can subscribe to my mom's channel. And thank you for watching today's craft and stay safe.